Coming straight out of Ecamm. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam, this the name of the jam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam, this the name of the jam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam, this the name of the jam.
Hold it, stop the music!
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Can I please have your attention?
Now showtime. Are you ready? Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready? Let's go.
Yo, what it does, people, what it does. All right, gang, you know what it is. It is time for the Wii demo. All right, we're going to move quick today. I have an early cut, so let's dive in. New people, super important. If you're brand new around here, let us know so that we can tailor the demo towards yourself. Old people, what's up, folks? How you doing? Wait, this bothersome. All right, never mind. Let me not mess with. Let me do touch things here. First thing we need to do is let me hit the live demonstration in mode. Stream Deck has been a little bit fickly lately. Why are you doing press button, we? You guys hear that, right? All right, you're killing me. You're killing me, schmalls. Let me redo the Stream Deck software real quick. Sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't. Does that work? Oh, you're still weird. Oh, let's try this. Oh, you know what we do? We unplug him. We have power fluctuations in Hawaii all the time. Because A, it's an island. B, it was storming pretty good last week, but it finally decided to chill out. There we go. Sometimes you just unplug it and plug it back in. So simple. So simple, so easy. Just the way you do that. All right, listen. So we're going to come in real quick. I'm going to delete all of these extras. We're going to rebuild it on the fly so that way people can see what it is. Don't do that. And then, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? And then I'm going to delete that. Boom. And then I'm going to check on you guys real fast. What it do, Rich? And then let me close a couple of windows. All right, we're going to close a couple of windows. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you guys something top of the hour here. Okay, I'm trying to think, what is the best way to do this? I'm going to check if Canva can do it. If Canva can do it, I'll use Photoshop because it's just faster. But I want to show you guys something because I swear this comes up all the time. I believe there's a convert where somebody was looking at an overlay that has a little bit of Z-axis lean in, and they're thinking like, oh, you know, I need some type of plugin in order to do this. And it's like, no, because if you look at it, it's not really Z axis. And it was funny. Andy actually answered the question the way I was going to answer it. I didn't answer it yet because I was busy doing something. Let me do the old school cheat window real quick. I'm going to hit this. Bam. Not that. Let me put you up here where you go. And then I'm going to do the old school cheat window. So this person was wanting this kind of like corner pinning thing. But if you look carefully at the graphic, this is not corner pinned. And the reason what I mean that for, hey, English is also a real language. If this was real corner pinning, the Y would actually proportionately be smaller than the E, the G, the W, and the E, and they're not. What this is a graphic that is just pasted back there, and the text is put on. So the trapezoid, if you will, is just stuck there, and then the text is slapped on top and angled, but it's not actually corner pinned, because in a real deal corner pin, the letters on the left side would get smaller, and as you can see, their proportions haven't actually changed, right? And what I mean by that, if you were looking at something on a perspective, yeah, that would be it. So let me first come here and answer this. You can tell this is not a real perspec per SPECTIVRAPHIC because the letters on the left would be scaled. And they are not. This is Photoshop or something. You see, you guys know I shouldn't type live. It's funny. All right. Yeah. Right. So, the dead giveaway, as Rich is saying, and I guess it's different. I guess because like Rich and I come from design background, there is. Oh, don't leave this page. Stay on the page. Stay on the page. Let me hit enter there. The Rich is correct. The dead giveaway here, and what we're gonna do, hit a little screenshot right here. The dead giveaway here is the E and the E being the same size. Right? That's the dead giveaway. So, first of all, big up Rich for knowing that. But yeah, it's funny. Like I agree. Like sometimes again, and you know me, you know where my thought in this stuff is, and I'm cool. Like, hey, it's your show, you do you. But if I put up a graphic tilted or I put up a graphic straight and I'm feeding you the information, am I bringing you any more value to the stream, or am I just sticking my ego in there to try to look cute? I'm just saying. Anyway, so yeah, really easy to do. If you want me to show you how, I'll show you how. But literally, you probably can find the shape of that sort of tilted back trapezoid or parallelogram. That's not really parallelogram. I guess it's a trapezoid. You could probably find that shape already in Canva or Express or Photoshop. You would just make it, and then you just put your background on, and then you put your letters on and kind of tilt them a little bit. I don't even think dude tilted them. Like if I drew straight lines on this, it might the actual text might even be straight. I haven't taken the time to draw lines on it yet, but I'm hella curious because that's just me. Like if I were to draw a straight line, are they actually straight? Yes, the letters are even straight. He barely tilted it. He tilted it by like 2 degrees. So no biggie there. All right, cool. Let me stop that because this temporarily freezes the screen. So let me stop that. Anyway, so now you know. What is a Zoom simulator? It's not a 3D. First, oh my god, this is. I'm gonna stop because I'm having other problems with my particular thought. But anyway, what's a Zoom simulator, Roy? I'm curious about that. Anyway, let's get back to doing what we're supposed to be doing. So let me 86 this. Go back to blank. Command Shift B puts me back at blank. And speaking of which, this is where we like to start out. In the very beginning, you want to take your stream and you want to go to video and you want to take this thing where it says blank right here. Yours is going to come out saying camera, right? But you want to change this to blank. Every time you make a new scene, it will default to a camera. And so I prefer blank because then I can select the camera because especially notebook people, if you don't go in the first tab and disable the built-in camera, you will oftentimes be showing that FaceTime potato camera that's built into your computer. So I like to start with blank. Also, it allows me to provide a background, but yours will look like this without a photo. I have a photo in the back, so there's my background. Okay. So next we're going to do is come down here to the bottom. You see we have image, we have animation, screen share, text, text box, shape, clock, widget, camera, folder. All right. We're going to hit camera. Boom. There's my camera. Now I got my camera here. I can embiggen it like such. We have shapes. We can do wide in order to fit my large melon. We can do 4x3, square, squircle, circle, circle, squircle, tall, or custom. Custom is the coolest one because it lets you do whatevs, right? Normally, for me, I see a tiny little pixel tear in the graphic. Y'all see that? Look, there's a tiny little pixel tear. When the border closes, it doesn't actually close. No one would notice that except design person. Anyway, my favorite is Squircle. Let's see, is it here too? You can't see it in Squircle because the interface is in the way. Let me move the interface. Oh, it's not there. So that's weird. Haha, we discovered something, gang. If you go to custom, because it has to scale, there's a little wee tiny tear right there in the interface. So that way it can scale properly. Isn't that special? I never noticed that ever. So I guess it's not that big a deal. We were just talking the other day about people that have the ability to see something that's 1 pixel out, like myself. Anyway, so I want to make another copy of this. Of course, hold the Option key, drag it straight over, or you can just hit Command C, Command V, copy paste. That is the same command in all Mac programs, copy paste, and then move it over. If you hold down the, you don't have to hold anything. If you just move it, you'll see that it snaps into position. And now we got 2 of these bad boys. 2 of these bad boys. I'm going to take this one, pencil it up, select camera F. That's what I tend to put guest 1 on. F is for friend. You can order your cameras any way you want. I'm just weird. All right, let's bring in the text box. Let's get to typing. He is I. I am him, smooth with a tilted grin. Community manager. I like to throw the pipe. I don't know why. It's just a thing. All right. So fonts are mathematic. I like to put 1 font on the big number and then move the next line down a single digit rather than randomly eyeballing it. Mathematics is better because fonts are work in proportions. It's just a weird thing. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. This is how I do it. All right, so we're going to hit that. Bam. That is hugified. Shrink it to a readable size. And then my favorite is pull it out about like such. Again, you can line it up however you wish. And then once you get there, you're good to go. So now, what I want to do is I want to Option key again, pull this over here, and then bam. We're going to keep it Christmas. Kris Kringle. Boom. What it do, Matt? Puyaka. There you go. In their like swimming wear. Now, normally this is where I show you how I add a photo to the back in order to if you drop a internet connection or whatever, your guest is not a gaping hole in your system. It just kind of becomes a photo, but I'm not gonna do that just now. Let me embiggen this and show you about some organization. We're gonna hit a folder, Puyaka. We're gonna slap Chris in there, and we're gonna put Chris's camera in there, and then we're gonna put Santi. Come on, dude. All right. And then we're going to make the next folder then and then pop in the text and pop in the camera. It's important that they're in order because this is completely hierarchical. So, beat it, Alfred. If I were to drop my camera in front of the text, you're gonna see what I'm saying? So it is hierarchical. How this is stacked in here really do make a difference. Govy Christmas lights. And I have it set on Christmas tree right now. Normally I have it set on listen to my sounds and work accordingly to the way that I speak. If that makes any sense. I didn't make any sense. What do you call it? A spectrum analyzer. There we go. Now we're back to spectrum analyzing. So as I talk, they respond. And I did not, when I set up my custom spectrum analyze with my custom colors, what I didn't do was save it as a function. And so in order to put that back after I messed with it, I'd have to go in and re-edit it. Because you guys remembered I had mine come in top down chrome spinning and now I just flipped it. So anyway, super easy. They're 130. I caught it on sale for 97. They have it at Amazon and the Target. I don't think they have it at Best Buy. Target is pretty much always out of stock, but it's called Govy curtain lights. You use Meteor Show. Oh, that's a good one. There, let's do that. Since Roy out here causing trouble. Meteor shower. Here, let's do that. Shoom. Meteor shower. As a superhero, G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe. I love this thing, dude. It's so dumb. It is probably the dumbest thing I ever bought, but I'm absolutely freaking in love with them. So I would listen. If you're about this life, if you're as goofy as myself and maybe Roy, you should just buy them. I'll put these on the window at the in-laws' house, and Emma loves them. So my niece loves them. But they look really good on the outside. I'm starting to see buildings where people bought them, and they have like literally turns out to be the best looking decoration in the whole setup. Okay, so yo, why did mine get cut off, Paul? You did that on purpose. Oh, let's get rid of some of these. There you go. All right. So put this back here. Let's go and make another new scene. Super simple. Oh yeah. And then I'm gonna use my camera switcher because this is how I like to do it. Slap on the camera, unbigging it to size. About there. Maybe it's just me. I always go left to right. I wonder, does anybody do this way? I always put the head here. Wait, let me pull the second graphic up just to make sense. All right, so this is what I normally do. And I don't know why I do this. I have no idea. It never dawned on me. I never even thought about it to just this minute. What to do, Chris? Anybody do it this way? Like where you put that on that side and the people on this side. I have no idea. I just always done it that way. Yes, the affiliate disclaimer is super important. Super, super important. Oh man, Chris, I had something I was gonna ask you and now I done forgot. Anyway. George, nobody says greenbacks. So now you're discovering your age. Secret Santa in the chat. Anyway, so you come here. I'm going to press this. I'm going to select on Chrome as my browser. And I normally have a plugin called Window Resizer. I have been removing it and just turning it on like when I need it. So go away. I got it. I know how to use this. So if you hit Window Resizer, it will adjust the window to one of your 16:9 situations, which tends to fit better here. Sometimes I'll even pick the bigger one so that it's big enough for me to see, but like, it fits properly in the thing. Let's see. I'm curious. Matt said, uh, man, listen, Chris, I have already admitted I was wrong, okay? You don't gotta keep rubbing it in. Left or right talking head position. It depends on which way you're looking. You should always be looking into the screen share. That's why I do it. Okay, see, I never put thought to why I did it, but my monitor is here, right, on my left. On your left. My monitor is here on my left. On the screen, that represents looking to the right? Just because of the way, the TV works. So I think I've always done it the way Matt said it because it looks like I'm looking over there. Also, when I bring on a guest, I'll either sit them in the center on this teleprompter, or I'll place them here so this way I'm looking at them when they're talking. There you go. Thanks, Matt. I knew there was a reason. To me, I think I just did it out of habit. I never really thought about it, but now that makes sense. And even Victor said left to right too. I think another reason why I do it, Matt, is because being of a certain vintage, the furthest thing away from my vision is over here. So it's the furthest in focus. So the things that I'm reading on the screen are closer to my eye because my monitors are angled like such. So that might be it as well. Good answer. Good answer, Matt. Now you make me feel smart. All right, so we got that. That's all covered. We got this. This is all situated. And then I have my outro. But let me just bust that up real quick. So I make a newbie, hit that, and then I have a picture. In this case, we'll use Kate's. So we'll slap Kate's on there, and then we'll unambiggen her to this size. And then I hit the old text situation, and I come in, edit the background, and I turn the background to none. And then I'll turn the border to what? And then I'll put in my Ariba goat cheese, right? And then maybe in this particular situation, we will give it the fingers and then highlight them bad boys, do that, add it, slap it, and biggin it like such. Oh, hold on. Healthcare services is calling. This is important. I must take that. Hold on. Okay, it was. I need to talk to them, but they're looking for somebody else, a whole different person. That's funny. That's our Blue Cross provider, but they're looking to go to some old dude's house to draw his blood. I'm not that old yet. Can you show me how to adjust the comments when they're displayed? Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna muck this up. There's no easy way to put it back. Oh, I know what to do. Copy this. All right. I don't know what you mean by adjust the comments, but basically, simplest thing to do, go to general, turn off automatically hide comments, slide that out the way for a second. Paul Scott does not know how to follow orders, so what can we do? He's old too. You hit the pencil, you hit edit text, right? And then you can do that. That's one of the things you can do. But basically, you have all your controls here, right? So you can change font sizes, you can change layout, center, left, right, whatever. You can. I don't know why shadows on. I tend to turn it off. I don't really like that because it makes the text look pixely sometimes. You can change the background to whichever color you wish, whatever pops your socks. You can take this gradient thing, change it to solid color, motion if you wish. I'd never do that, but that's your world. Um, you can do any of these that you wish. So let's go get that. No, let's stick to that. And then I wonder if you can do this. This is an old school trick, but does it work? It does. You can do that. All right. I was just curious if that would work. That's an old Mac trick. Is you could pick up the chicle and drag the chicle in and drop it in the hole. And I do that all the time in Final Cut. I didn't realize if it would work here. But yeah, you can adjust your borders, like everything, corner radius, the whole 9 yards. And then now, this will now be your comment look, right? But one of the cool things, because I copied the style that I like, I can right click on this and then go back to paste text style. And then that puts that back the way I had it. And then all I need to do is put my colors back, which I don't even remember now. I believe I had it set like that. And then the border was set like that. That's not right. It's darker than that. The background is this one. There you go. Yeah, so that's how you do it. You can and do this all you want. And inside up here under your what it is. What the word I'm looking for? Yes. See, here's let me zoom this in. There's a thing that says, you. Stop doing that. Here, hold on. Quit. Okay, that's fixed. There's a thing right here, Command Option K, to add a placeholder for your comment. Okay, so this will let you see what it's going to look like while you set it up. So you can build the beauty from here, right? You know what I'm saying? So you can add a little extra sauce to it while you're here, and then it should keep up with the keep up whenever you're ready to do your thing. So I don't know if I would do this because it's hella thin, but you could do something like such and then save it. And then now, wherever you place this, even if you place it as a wee box, right? Say I'm going to put it here. And I want to go like that as a wee box. And then say I was going to, actually, let me cut this. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to make a new scene. I don't want to mess up my flavor here. I was going to do something of this nature. I'm going to need a hotcut key, a shortcut key to switch from custom to whatever else. All right, and then if I was to place this wee box over here, and this is going to be where comments land. I can do something like that. Then I can hit this other wee box, which is a shape, and then encapsulate the shape like such. Again, not my style, not something I'm into, but some people think it's cute. And then now I can get rid of that. And when I go to place a comment, in theory, that's where you're going to go. I don't know why it didn't do exactly what I thought I was going to do. But yeah, that's how you do it. Why don't we anchor there where you're supposed to be? Yeah, I don't know how, Sky, you always break something. I don't know how. Just restart. Like if it does that, just restart it. I've definitely had where, the platform decides not to. Here, let me delete this. Hold on. Maybe that'll do it. That's so weird. Like, why? Hold on. Let me do this. Tripping. Yeah, that's right. Automatic width. Uh-oh. I just broke it. Never mind. Never mind. Go back to how I had it. Yeah. That'll work. No. It was the Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I'm waiting for them because I'm, updating my insurance for the annual. They're supposed to call me, but that lady was legit looking to go draw blood from some old person. I will never teach you how to do that, Scott. That is so bad and legit asking for trouble. If you do that, your whole entire channel will get banned, and I'm not responsible. So I can't teach you that. In good conscience, I can't teach you that. Don't do it. No matter what, no matter how cool you think it is, don't do it. I watched a channel with 80,000 from a nationally advertised brand. A large brand got their channel booted because of doing that right there. So you not want to do that. Please, for the love of everything holy, do not put your comments. Paul just said that in the show this morning. But yes, for the love of all things holy, never put your comments window on the screen. Just don't. Not good. All right. What is up? Education on fire. See, now that comment thing is over there and I moved it back. now it's going to mess with me because it's where I don't want it to be. And let's see. Is it going to stay there? Okay, that's better. That's good. Oh, this is cool. You can adjust the size of the melon. So, like, you got a good, handsome, bald head. It can be big. But for you people that's not so nice to look at, you can make the avatar smaller. That's kind of cool. I sort of like that feature. I like mine to just be like that, though. It's a thing. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. All right. What else was I going to show you? Oh yeah, my camera switcher trick. This I love. Oh, wait, all my extra cameras are off. 1 second. Let me turn this on. And then this one, none to look at because everything's in my bag already packed. Man, turn on. There we go. But basically what I do is I'll use this camera since it's already on. I can take this camera, right? And if I want to swap cameras, you just drop it in there. And so this is the same as the first camera, but I slightly embiggened it using the zoom in pan over here, right? And move it to where you want it to go. And then I put the witness protection program effect on. because this is a good way. Turn this back on. This is a good way to highlight a large portion of text, right? Say you have something cool that you wanted to explain to someone. So let me get a large portion of text. La, 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 la. Okay, I got one. Important. So if I was coming here and I was going to slap a text box and I was going to put some important info in there and I wanted you to have like a good look at that info, I might do something like such and then drop it in the text box. I want you to embiggen. Go to text box and then dynamic. I hate certain times when the words drop off in a place where I don't want them to drop off. So this is where I get anal, and you probably shouldn't, but I would come over here to the this, and I'd hit a pap maybe, just to make it look better. Like I'm weird like that. You don't have to be that psycho. But yeah, so here's a good reason why you would take the camera that you already have and then add an additional camera, say as a one where you're going to put on the witness protection program look. Because if I was teaching and I still wanted this to look like a live video instead of that generic, like still, you could do something like that, in which case you could do that. Or like if I was trying to show, say on a secondary camera here, I might have this in position and then I might drop this over here. Missed. I might drop that in there and then use the blur effect so you can still see the camera, right? So for instance, if I had this on, it's not going to look good on the face if it's on. But if I turn this baby on, provided it's batteried, which it is not, I could be showing off the screen with the information that's on there, right? And then hit the blur effect so that you could easily read what I'm talking about, but you can still see the same shot. You know what I mean? And then when I come back, you'll find out that I wasn't a blur effect. I was just out of focus. but it's a good way to highlight text if you're doing some type of training and whatnot. You know what I mean? So I sort of love that aspect of it. What comment window on the screen? Oh, live demo mode? Yeah, that's different because we're here. But in the type of streams that most of you guys are doing, no one's going to come in here and do anything weird, and they did, I'd be smart enough to delete that video. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Here, let me show you that. Go back to this. Do yourself a favor, and let's do this before I mess everything up. You should definitely name your stuff, because that'll mess you up. Okay, so let me go back to browser here. It is called ELMC. That ain't it. Oh my God. Come on, dude. What is it called? ELMC. Let me just grab the link from here. You shut your face. Hey, shut up. Stupid. That guy is weird. Oh, elmc.app. There it is. So, yes, this is how you do it. Here is the link, and that will allow you to do it. Anti-Gravity Portugal. Thank you, Paul. We're not, so you can't. Let me explain this in a different way. This is a question that comes up a lot, and the only way to get multi-view is to buy a multi-view controller. We don't purposely do that because we're trying to make this accessible to the general population. I come from the broadcast world. I've been using multi-view since I was like 18. I'm not 18 anymore. You can tell by the lovely beard. But for, let's say, Roy, IT professional, Roy doesn't know how to read a multi-view display. You know what I mean? Like, Roy is interested in doing his work, right? Kathy is an instructor, principal, vice principal, educator. She doesn't know how to read a multi-view display. So if we put that, we're taking it out of the accessibility range for most people. And so, yeah, it's a choice. It's a choice. Get an ATEM. That's in the hardware. That works. You know, I have 3,000 streams into this. I have never once longed for a multi-view, and I come from that world. I just not something I'm into. But if you're into that thing and that makes you feel better, then get a multi-view controller. That's something we purposely don't do. I know that didn't answer your question, but that's the case. I think that's a little bit yeah, it's weird. We have the power of a standard broadcast switcher, and I think there is always our biggest struggle is how do we maintain the power that basically lets you do anything, but then keep it accessible so that the general population can use it. And I'm impressed because I come from working a what is 250, $250,000 switcher. You know, that was my job, like running a $250,000 switcher, and a $40 a month software can do basically everything that a $250,000 switcher used to do, minus staring at the multi-view panel, which I never looked at even on a real switcher. Honestly, I did it. I just use lots of scenes with different cameras to make Matt crazy. I'm curious. See now, what the heck did I say? Now, Anti-Gravity Portugal has me wondering what other multi-view controllers are out there besides using an ATEM. But the drama to me with an ATEM is Ecamm can only see one camera, so you take away some of the beauty of having multiple cameras. I don't know why. Because, for instance, I use a DeckLink quad. Yeah, we're definitely not doing that. I'll put Dime against two Fat Boys. We're never coming close to that. But again, ELMC, you can do it. ELMC is super cheap. You can absolutely do it. But yeah, we're not a hardware company, so doing that in software is a little bit difficult because of the amount of data that you're transferring over a wireless signal at a particular time. So the reason why the ATEM can do it is it's an actual hardware device. I don't see there's an easy way to do that in software. Anyway, let me talk to you guys about levels real quick. So this is our levels panel. This is where you're going to control your sound. You can see here that I'm there. I can pop this to add a secondary unit. So I use DeckLink Quad. Now it's 2 sounds. I'll make that stop. This is your movie effects, your sound effects, which you should turn down so you don't make too much noise when you press the button. It doesn't get psycho. I don't use system audio because I have a device that handles that for me. And then your interview mode. I like to start all of these at 80 so that you have room to grow. And I currently have echo cancellation turned on because I have my speakers turned on. if that makes any sense. If not, you can turn that off if you don't need it. But I have my studio speakers on, so that sort of helps dumb that situation down. All right, let's pop that back there. And yeah, real quick, you guys have any more questions? So, YOLO Box has fake multi-view. Again, $1,400 for YOLO Box Pro or the new one, or $1,100 for the other YOLO Box. To do what? Like, yeah, it's cute, but is it going to make your show that much better? If it is, hey, it's worth it. I think it's overreaching. I still say the average person needs to get good at this. Hold the conversation, single shot, maybe a browser shot so you can show stuff on display, maybe a Keynote shot so you can show stuff in Keynote. If you can hold the audience attention with a simple show, then you can start making it complicated. I think people want to make it complicated because they've seen somebody else do it, but they can't even hold an audience attention. So all that money you're spending is your money. By all means, knock yourself out. You're really helping out the economy, but it ain't going to make you all of a sudden get 100,000 people watching your joint, right? I think it's better to hone this craft, the ability to speak, the ability to hold audience attention, the ability to, do all of the above. Is there an easy way to move sounds from Ecamm to Rodecaster Pro? Quickly, I can show you that. I don't know the legality of this, but I'm going to show you anyway and just pretend it's legal. Okay, so here's my Ecamm thing. Now, here's one I know is legal because I put the sound there. I want to take that track, right? All you do is grab it, drag it to the desktop. Boom, it's there. Okay. And then in Rodecaster, you're going to open up the Rode software and you're going to push it in there like such. On my machine, it runs off of an SD card. So all I got to do is put it to the SD card. Or even better, on my machine, I can actually sample it. I can record it live in here, which is why I have cool samples like this one right here. Oh, it didn't load. Why you don't load? Oh, because I deleted my card. That's super dumb. Oh man, Luis, Luis is gonna laugh. I formatted my card the other day doing something stupid, and I deleted my sound file of Luis. Oh, so stupid. I had my Luis sound file and I never backed it up, and now I don't have it any longer. Oh, holy my goodness. That is horrible. That is absolutely freaking horrible. Why he do that there? Oh my God. Now I'm going to have, I'm going anyway, what I got to go, but that was worth the shot. So stupid. I can't believe I did that because I loved my Luis sound file. All right, gang. That was the only copy too. Yes. Yeah, so you can just copy it, but you can also just download that from the internet. I'm sure it exists. I'm sure Ken and Glenn found it from some stock thing. I would go onto YouTube and look for multiple different air horns and you find something better. Anyway, gang, I got to run. I will see you guys. No, I won't see you guys next week. Paul or Luis or Paul, Luis, and Tatiana or whoever they decide to bring on. Paul and Luis is running the show next week. また今週は俺が日本で食べ物食べたりお酒飲んだり買い物したりでそしてだけどさは俺もいないポールさんとルイスさんありましょうそしてありがとうございます。